The 9 Hours Till 5 will be 3 years old on May 19, 2022. Like, what? My 3-year-old baby. Mommy loves you. And by the time we got back together, a team recounted how they were almost set ablaze in their assigned neighborhood. Written by this young lady right here. Me. Hello and welcome to my side of the internet. I am Camaa, the eccentric diva, and on this channel we talk about books, writing, publishing, sex, and sex education. Thanks a lot for coming back. If you're an old subscriber, if you're a new subscriber, you are gonna be a new subscriber. That's if it's your first time watching this video. Please hit the subscribe button. I can't wait to have you on this channel. Let's share our experiences together. Today I will be reading my first book, 9 Hours Till 5. 9 Hours Till 5 was published in 2019, and it's actually a literary fiction and a coming-of-age story. It's also a young adult per se. Is it? Yeah, it's a mix of that. It's coming of age, so it's a mix of coming of age and young adults. Yeah, young adults. So I'm going to be reading the first chapter in this book. Before I proceed with the first chapter in the book, I just want to say thanks a lot for your support so far, for reading my books, dropping reviews, sharing them with friends, recommending me for awards and stuff. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, this feels more comfy, doesn't it? Doesn't it, Camaa? It does feel more comfy. So I'm going to be reading from 9 Hours Till 5, and I'll read the first chapter. It's not my favorite chapter, but it brings memories. Quick backstory: this story was written with a lot of personal experiences. I had a lot of friends then that were like, is that me? Is that me? Is that me? It's really taught me how to write and how to mix realism and fiction together and just create a wow experience. So I hope you enjoy. When you get a copy of this, it's available on all platforms. But let us read. Chapter 1. I got my first job out of boredom in the month of love. Even if I had tried to ignore my boredom that February, the itch at the back of my neck kept reminding me how bored I was. It was during my second year in the university, and the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, was on strike. I thought it was going to be the usual 2-week scarce strike, but after 4 weeks, I gave up on the union and traveled back home. 2 weeks later, I was bored with rereading underdeveloped school materials, and then out of the blue, a friend from school called, and he was in my vicinity for a training and wanted to know if I was interested in stopping by. I jumped at the offer to leave the house. Anything different from the monotonous life I was living was welcomed. On arriving at the place, I docilely sat in a classroom with my friend and about 18 more people. It was a field research work. They would be given phones that were equipped with GPS and internet, and they were to confirm locations reported by previous research. It was an urgent matter. In no time, phones were being distributed with code names, forms were being filled, and I was propelled to sign up alongside my friend. It will be fun, I thought to myself. New locations, all expense paid, but we would be making use of public transportations. We were divided into groups of 4, each with one supervisor. My team, however, became a compound team because we were 3 teams working together as one around similar areas. We soon became a family and a bond was formed. I was having the time of my life and did not notice 2 months had passed since I left school. Experiencing completely different places within the same state was a high that I was not ready to come down from. You really do not have to go far to experience diversity in your state of residence. Riverine areas, borders, forgotten places, hidden places, they are just a shuttle away from you. I made friends fast and lost them even faster during that job. I also started feeling resentment towards the management and contract staff. The first issue occurred when my compound team arrived at the location, split to our different areas of concentration, and by the time we got back together, a team recounted how they were almost set ablaze in their assigned neighborhood. What happened was that they had no means of identification, and the indigents thought they were swindlers just like the ones before them who had collected money from the community to plant a mast for them but were never heard from again. When we arrived at the headquarters, we reported this issue to the management, and the best they could do was turn their face to the other side and say, "You all are temporary, and creating IDs would be a waste of resources." Oh, okay. However, what we do for you is not a waste of resources, is it? Just try to avoid people and get the job done, the superiors added. How do you expect that to happen when you want us to ask direct questions? How do you expect us to avoid people? I do not know why it was called a research when they were expecting us to come up with imaginary data. I sincerely hope things have changed with research in the country, because this was one of the major research companies in West Africa. And if such things could happen there, one can only imagine what goes on in smaller research firms. A plethora of incidents happened after this. Researchers cared for their own safety and, annoyed at the company's negligent attitude towards their welfare, started reporting as they deemed fit. Next was the cut in pay for no reasonable reason. Now, I do not know if this was from the mother company or from that particular department of the company, but it happened. The company was expanding and hiring new recruits. They needed experienced field workers to help oversee them, and I was recommended by virtually all and sundry. Nevertheless, when I thought I would be told that I had gotten a position as a supervisor, the conversation went like this. "So we do not think you would make it to being a supervisor." "Why?" "You are a lady and there are 4 guys in your team. We do not think you can manage them." That was a shock to my system, as I had never been denied anything based on my gender prior to that time. And I was almost 18. I was disappointed and did not know whether it was in myself or it was in the fact that the superiors did not consider me capable of actually managing guys. Does one need muscles to manage and lead people? And that was the first half of 9 Hours Till 5. I hope you enjoyed the reading. There's some things I saw and I was like, I would definitely not write like that right now. But maybe in next 10 years time, I might do like a new edition, all edited and sweet and whatever. But I enjoyed reading this. This is the story. It's adventurous. It shares a lot of life lessons. It's about Fumi Onolaja. She's on a quest to, making the best life, getting the best life has to offer for her. I'm sorry I didn't do this earlier. Okay, this is what the blurb read like. Have a vision, set smart goals, write them down, pursue them tenaciously, and your dreams will come true. What can possibly happen otherwise? After a painful exit from the northwest of Nigeria, Oluwafunmilayo Zimochukwu Onolaja arrives in Lagos to pick up the pieces so she can return to the northwest where she believes the success of her business lies. Then life happens in quick successions. Fumi isn't prepared for the impact that her decisions will have on her hustle or the troubles she manages to attract, but she won't give up easily either. There is only so much that everyone can take before they get broken. But really, what is Fumi's limit? And it was written by this young lady right here. Me. But yeah, that's that about reading the first few lines of 9 Hours Till 5. I hope you enjoyed it again. And if you're not subscribed, now is the time to hit the subscribe button. 9 Hours Till 5 will be 3 years old on May 19th, 2022. Like, what? My 3-year-old baby. Mommy loves you. See, they're even wearing to match blue and blue. Okay, this is like teal blue or whatever, but whatever. But yeah, that's that about reading my first published book. And now I'm switching my brand. I'm focusing more on Camaa. I hope you enjoy Camaa because Camaa is more about, you know, relationships, sex education. She is more about, you know, but definitely Margaret Adetime will be writing more coming of age stories and young adults. Most likely something might pop up maybe late this year, that's 2022, or early 2023 from Margaret Adetime once again. But that's all. Please comment, like, subscribe, share. I love to hear your feedback. Have you read 9 Hours to 5? What do you think about it? Let me tell you my goal and dream for 9 Hours to 5. My goal and dream for 9 Hours to 5 is to actually have like JAMB or WIAC or whatever take up the book as like their literature for the year or something, because this book contains a lot of life lessons and it is so easy to read and it is so relatable. You can check reviews on Goodreads, what people think about it, and anybody can read this. It works for both like children from the ages of 12 up to people that are over 40 years of age. So yeah, it's a good book. Like, I was touched when someone told me that a mother read it and was like, oh no, I want more. And I'm like, I want my book. Ah. Okay, now I'm blabbing. Okay, see you in my next video. I hope you had fun time with me because I did. Can't wait to see you in my next video. Till then, keep reading and keep staying happy and healthy. Ciao.